the mic real quick?
Hold on.
That's the fart.
No.
In the mic.
God.
Okay.
What's going on, Blakers? Welcome to my first ever podcast. My co-host Kyle at the end. Kyle.
What's up, guys?
And our two guests today, Easton
How's it going, Blakers?
and Shane.
Hello, Blakers.
We're just testing this out right now. We're just going to talk about what's going on. We got a softball team, the Kentucky Derby's this Saturday. Anything else I'm forgetting, Kyle?
Did you say softball?
Not
Yeah.
too much.
All right. Well, let's get right into it. We'll first talk about our softball league. Easton and Shane are on it, so on the team. So is Kyle. I'm gonna let them take over here.
I mean, me and Blake had a good season last year. On the Slammers with the class of 2024 or 2022. Hello. It was a little rough at first. I think we won like 3 games. How many?
We won one game
One
and
game
we
total
tied
the whole
another
season.
one.
Okay,
Yeah.
That was basically a win.
That was pretty much
in our
fun. We
books.
kind of got messed over by the refs, the ump, but
I mean, it was rough. We had no coordination on the team. Like a bunch of kids that weren't athletes, and I'm a lot more confident this year too. Last year went in baseball experience, come back again with a year of softball experience, and I think coach, manager, supervisor Easton is gonna really pull this team together this year. So why don't you talk about that a little bit, Easton?
Well, yeah, this year we decided to make a new team because we wanted to include some of the kids from the 2023 class, as well as Blake has a personal vendetta against the other team. Blake, why don't you tell us why you're on our team and not theirs this year?
Me too.
so to sum it up, me and Shane were not
Invited back.
we were not invited back. Pretty much, I think I was told it's because of lack of communication that my old team thought that we were starting our own team, which I guess is true now, but I was looking forward to the new season. That's behind us now. New team. It's kind of like when your favorite player gets traded to a different team in the NFL. Like when Antonio Brown was traded to the Raiders, I was distraught for at least 3 weeks because he is the sole reason I became a Steelers fan, and then he was no longer on the team. So, I mean, it's behind me now. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to the new season. Got a year of experience under my belt. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a good season this year. I don't see us dropping a game. Last year we won 1, but this year we have just much better talent, I'd say. We have multiple baseball players, multiple, players that are going into college to play baseball. One kid was also being scouted by Vanderbilt. Oh, that fell through.
Wonder why.
But he does hit dingers 450 center field out of the park, and they are softballs, and he's going to crush them. I'm very excited. Go look us up on the Instagram, Livonia Happy Endings. We are the page with the dinosaur. Our logo's was found on Shutterstock.
I don't even know that.
Well, team colors green, and first game's on Thursday. The schedule is posted on the Instagram if you guys ever want to come to one. They're going to be electric. It's not just a softball team. It's more of a community. That's what I'd say. It's more of a family.
I mean, I pretty much agree with everything Easton says, other than the fact that we will win every game. My record prediction is going to be a rough. We have 9 games on the record on the schedule right now.
Yes, and the playoffs.
You got to make the playoffs.
I think-
but
I think
Shane,
I think
what's
we're
your
making-
record prediction?
I think we're making the playoffs for sure.
How many wins do you think it'll take? I'm projecting
9
maybe
games
5, 6,
plus. I'm gonna put 7
7.
plus playoffs. Is that including playoffs?
No, just how many to make to the playoffs
To make it
of the 9?
6 easy.
6.
We got 6.
6.
I mean, we haven't had a full, especially if we get the cages open. If we
Yeah.
get the cages open, we can get everyone in cages. I think 6 easy,
Mhm.
and we can just put on slow pitch. Because looking at some of our teammates' baseball batting stances, not gonna name anyone.
Some of us definitely lack experience in
But
the batter's
I mean,
box.
you can get me and like Nate, which is another one of our baseball players, in the cage with these guys, and we can get their swing to par, like a substantial amount
Mhm.
of like confidence that we can get them in the box. We can get them getting on base. And I think that once we get enough kids on base, it's just run after run, and then we can get wins.
So, Shane, you predict 6 wins.
I think 6.
Easton, you said 9.
I think that we're playing a lot older men who are going to be more experienced, but we're just going to have the athletic edge, as well as this year we're going to be much better in experience-wise. We will have more players who have been there before, more players that have actually played the game of baseball, and I think that that experience will help us. I don't see us losing more than 1 or 2 games. I think there are some tough teams in this league, but there's also a lot of teams that aren't very good. Just for fun, we're in the 6th division of
lowest there is.
the Livonia Beer League. So my prediction for the season is obviously I want to go with the full sweep of the field. So
Realistic.
9 wins, but realistically, I think we can get 8.
Okay,
Kyle, your
I-
record prediction over there?
I got the happy endings going 5-4 on the season.
A little low.
My prediction was going to be 4 and 5, but that's just
You're calling us negative? Under 500?
you know what? I'll change that. 4 and 1, 500 even.
All right.
All right, flat.
That is why Blake and Kyle are not starting, and Shane is. I think they might be a little salty about that.
Positive attitude.
The rankings came out this morning. Well, not the rankings, sorry. The starting lineup came out this morning. Yeah, read off the batting order real quick, and then we can do starters.
Livonia.
I don't think it's on the Instagram. Look in the group chat.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'll have it on my phone here. Yeah, so we got Nate Curtis starting us off in the batting order. Gonna lead us off. Big things out of him this year. We got Ezra Kanizik. He's a switch hitter. He's gonna be my my little toy that I play with through the season. Then Shane is hitting third. Then we got Paxton. He was the guy I was referring to when he was getting interest from Vanderbilt. Then we got Dom Gooley at 5th. RJ Bennett's at 6. Ingermorth's at 7. Ben Wilson at 8. Shane's dad, Tim Valou, at 9. And then at 10, we have Blake Wilson. 11, we have me. 12, we have Eric Cartman. 13, we have Kyle Kless. 14 is my dad, Brian Sharp. And then 15, we got Wayne Class. That's Kyle's dad. In this league, you can bat up to 30 players.
That's not true.
It is.
I think you roster 30.
Well, sorry.
You can play 14 is what I was
Okay, so we're going to have to cut someone from the batting order. But I don't think 15 people are going to show up to every game. And Shane will read you through the game 1 starting lineup.
Okay, so at first base we have Ezra Kunizik, nice little lefty up on the position 3. So I think he'll be good. I don't know about how many scoops he'll make, but I think he'll be good. He's got a nice tall stature, so I think he'll be able to get off the bag and get some balls just in case we got any like wild throws. Second, we got RJ Bennett. He's a quick, nimble kid. He'll be ready to get a quick ground ball, field it, flip it, easy out. At shortstop, we got our interest, Paxton. I haven't seen Paxton play yet, but from Easton I've heard great things, so I'm assuming we're going to be fine at short. Third base, we got Mr. Nate Curtis. Stevenson baseball player currently. I got high hopes for this kid. I'm sure he's going to hit dingers. I'm sure he's going to field some stingers at third, and we'll see how that goes. And our catcher, Leon Ryan, otherwise known as Eric Cartman. He's not going to really have to do much because
I don't call him that. I want it on the record. I do not call him Eric Cartman.
I usually don't either, but I think it's just softball season, so we have to. I mean, coach's order, right?
Does it say it on his jersey? Does it say it?
It has been confirmed that it'll say Cartman on the back of Liam Ryan's jersey. He has agreed to that. That is not against his will.
Okay,
so
then we can now start calling him Cartman on the
is-
record.
it is his nickname. It has nothing to do with him being overweight because he is not. He's anything. He's skinny. So
If
well, not
anything,
he's
he
built.
Could, he, could,
He's
He
could. He's a good-looking guy.
he could beat me up.
Pause.
I don't think Liam will have to do much because I don't think people are going to get past third base, especially with their solid outfield, which we'll get to in a minute. But if Liam does, I'm sure he'll be able to get off the plate, get some wild balls if he has to, or just be able to ready make the play. At pitcher, I got my own father, Mr. Valou, otherwise known as Tim Valou. He was looking good at practice. I don't know. You were there, right?
He's not there.
You were not there. You guys were there. How do you think the pitching was looking, I guess, for BP?
I loved it. I mean, he was putting it right on the plate, which is really all you have to do. You're not looking for strikeouts. You're just looking to get the ball in the air.
And he's even
And
got
that's all he was doing.
and he's even got the like the curve pitches down too and
Yeah.
everything. The spin.
Yep.
Yeah, I absolutely love our pitching this season.
Both of our pitchers.
Both of our pitchers were amazing. I like Tim to start Mr. Valu to start because he keeps his pitches low, which is legal. We looked it up after, and it's also harder to hit. Comes in faster, and I like that a lot better than the high arcing shots that my dad likes to put up. But I think both are going to be very effective this year. They were both very consistent on the mound, and I think that we're going to be looking great as far as our pitching goes this season.
Hand the mic to Kyle real quick.
Yep.
So, I mean, this is true for me, and I'm assuming it's true for Kyle, but we're both kind of look good, feel good, play good kind of players. Kyle, would you agree?
Definitely. I was shopping for some pants today. They got to have a tight fit.
And his dad found him some gray pants, but those weren't working, Kyle? Comments?
No, they were way too big. I need them like.
He also wanted a different color. He wanted white because he
gotta
said it
get
would
the
look
white
better.
Pants.
White paint's the move.
We also have. I mean, I'm gonna be wearing eye black at every game. It doesn't matter if that they're at 9:45 and the sun is long gone. But I also just picked up this arm sleeve. I'm gonna try on real quick.
Go show him.
Gonna watch a few Drip King videos before each game.
Of course.
Just don't click the button on the back. I'll turn it off.
This one on?
Yeah. So we also picked up some socks earlier, and I was looking for pants at the thrift store because I'm not gonna spend money
They were
or spend expensive pants.
$8 to $20.
$8 to $20 at Dunham's. Okay. Well, they'll be $7 at the thrift store.
Saving a whole dollar.
Saving a whole dollar there.
Well,
Hey, that's a $1 scratch off. Now we're 18, so
I assume they're not.
that's a
$8.
$1 bet at the horse races.
They were
They were $8 for pants.
Kyle can vouch.
Why didn't you get any?
They were $8 at
Why,
Dunham's.
why didn't you get any?
The horse races will be mentioned later.
We also want to do an update on the NBA playoffs.
Okay, hold on.
Wait, that's like let me get through the lineup.
All right, I got the arm sleeve on, guys. I mean, I think it kind of goes crazy. I mean,
Flex for us.
fine. I mean, I was curl. I have footage of me curling 30s at the gym earlier. Kyle had 12 and a halves. I do have it on the record,
Whoa,
and
how do
he
you-
cannot
hang on.
deny it.
Hold up.
He
What do you-
says it was a warm-up set. I don't believe so.
How do you respond to this?
Guys, there is video proof that I went up to the 25.
There is. I will put it in there.
Should continue our lineup.
Anyways,
James?
continuing the lineup, we have both our pitchers, Mr. Valu, Mr. Shar, and then we have starting right fielder Bennett Wilson, quick, nimble kid, fast. His partner in right center field will be Andrew Morse. So any balls that go past Ben, we'll probably stagger our outfield a little bit, so we have like a in out lineup, so we can get those deep fly balls and those those inside fly balls. But I think
Can
that
we pause for one
yeah,
second?
go ahead.
I want to ask Ben a question. Ben, what does it mean to you to be named as an opening day starter on
Come
this
here,
team?
come here off the sidelines, Ben.
Yeah, Ben's just hiding out in the corner listening to the conversation. Ben, to repeat the question, what does it mean to you to be named as a day one starter for our team, for the Livonia Happy Endings?
Feels good. Excited to make an impact on the team right from the jump.
Okay. Very veteran response from you, Ben. Although he has not played in a softball league before, he has played baseball. I've been told that he was actually pretty good, and we're hoping since Ben bats left, it's an automatic single slap hit through the gap.
I have trained this kid personally to slap hit the ball, and he knows how to do it. So I'm quite confident. I'd like to see that at least once this season. Maybe not the first game, so we can at least get a win under our belt first with some nice runs and some nice at bats. But then partnering Ben in right center field will be Andrew Morse. Unfortunately, he's not here now. He's probably working at Kroger's. That's all he does. And then in left field, we have Dom Gully, who we don't even know if he's going to play yet, is he? Has he paid?
Dom has not paid, but I have confirmed that he means to pay and will play for.
Oh, okay.
If he does not pay, who's...
If Dom Gully
I
does
think we
not
throw.
pay
I think we throw.
in that event,
You were Blake.
we're gonna put in Kyle.
Kyle. Okay.
Kyle or Blake. Pardon? Ben, what did you say?
He said in the second hour he has no idea where the money's going to come from by Thursday.
Ben says
Who, Dom?
Dom has no idea where the money's going to come from
It's gonna come from his dad. He's got.
He's going to try to find
Whatever.
his best.
Good for it.
Yeah,
he's good for him.
daddy's money. And then partnering Dom with me in left center field. I was quite comfortable with that position last year. Made a diving play. Not to brag.
I'm in a double play.
Yeah.
You also,
I mean-
let a ton of balls drop.
You
had-
had Blake.
Blake
Yeah,
had
okay,
probably
okay.
the most,
hold on,
the
hold
most, the most errors on the team by double.
Yes, this is true, but this is before I got my eyes looked at for the glasses situation. Turns out I have incredibly high astigmatism and cannot see at night.
When was the
So
last time those glasses were worn? I haven't seen them in a while.
I currently only wear them at work. I will be wearing them at the softball game. I will. Unless I forget, then
If
we're screwed.
if you want to learn how to not field a softball, come watch Thursday night and look at Blake in the field.
That's why
You
Blake
got
is
the,
a backup. And speaking of the backups, Shane, why don't you tell us?
I'll go to those.
So each player in this league will be in our games will be playing at least 4 innings for us because they've all paid, and we want everyone to get a
Is it
equal.
9 inning games?
They're seven inning games.
Okay.
Unless you get mercy.
Which we will be mercying a lot of teams this year.
We will get mercy.
We have a lot of
This is why he's on the bench.
non-confidence out of Ben and Kyle. I mean, sorry,
Blake and Kyle.
Blake and Kyle.
I said we were going
That's
even
a very-
500.
That's
Even
a very
500.
good prediction. I think.
I just think that we're going to be much better. But you never know till we get out there and we show them, prove them wrong, right? Go ahead, Shane.
So starting with the switch line, we have Mr. Kless going in at first base after Ezra. Then we jump all the way down to catcher. We have Blake Wilson going in for Eric Cartman. Then we have Mr. Shar switching in for my father. Then we have Easton switching in for Ben at right field. We have me going from left center field to right center field. And then Kyle going into left center field for me. And the reason we did this is because we want me and Easton and Kyle and Dom, we want a baseball player on each side of the outfield in order to be able to balance it out because we don't want to stack 2 baseball players on the left side and then have 2 non-baseball players at the right side, for example.
Well said.
Especially if we get a ball where you got a guy on second or third tagging up and my arm or Dom's arm is trained to make that throw, then we can flip it to the person that knows how to make that throw and then just gun them. But that's our lineup. I'm pretty confident for the season this year. I think we're going to have a good run. I'm excited.
All right, so we'll wrap up the softball talk.
Kyle?
What are
Anything
we
you want to
looking
say?
at next? Kentucky Derby
the-
horse races this weekend.
Yes, the Kentucky Derby is this Saturday. And me and Kyle, for sure, will be going up to Northville Downs to view it there, put some money on some horses. I mean,
What day are we going on?
it's Saturday.
I'm in.
Saturday is the day of the Kentucky Derby.
Easton claims he doesn't really know what the Kentucky Derby is.
Yes, I was talking to Easton earlier on the phone. He said he does not know what the Kentucky Derby is. And Kyle said it was, the biggest?
Arguably one of the biggest sporting events.
And Easton said it wasn't even close to the Super Bowl. So
No, we're talking American sports.
Okay,
here.
okay.
In American sports events, nothing tops the Super Bowl. But I have heard of the Kentucky Derby before. I've even bet on the Kentucky Derby before with my mom. Our horse actually won, but got busted for PEDs.
I can confirm that did happen.
That did. It was what was the horse's name? It was 1 or 2 years ago.
I can look it up.
Yeah, look it up for us, Shane. But no, I have no idea how big this event's going to be. I was just wondering what the Kentucky Derby is like at a place such as the Northville Downs. Can you please explain that to me, Blake?
So I have personally never been there for the Kentucky Derby, but I mean, we were there on opening night and it was just absolutely packed. So I mean, I feel like it's just going to be absolutely packed in that place, and I think it's just going to be a great rowdy environment to watch the biggest horse race of the year at. Kyle?
Guys, when Blake says the Northville Downs is packed, that means a couple hundred people. Let's not act like we're filling up a whole stadium or anything here.
That is kind of that place being packed is a couple hundred. I mean, you hit 200 people in that place, it feels like you're in a packed Ford Field.
But don't get me wrong, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
They will also have live racing that night too while the Kentucky Derby's going on. So, I mean, there'll be live action there too. Yeah, live action and the Kentucky Derby.
Question, Blake. So is there going to be because at the Northville Downs there are lots of TV screens that show races. Yeah, there are a lot of those. But there's a lot of TV screens that show the races. But if the Northville Downs is also having races of its own. Are they going to play the Northville Downs races, or are they going to play the Kentucky Derby races? Where are we going to watch the Kentucky Derby races at the Downs?
At Northville Downs, they will not be showing the Northville Downs races on TV. They will be showing the Kentucky Derby mostly on most of the screens there, and then have horses actually racing outside on the track that they have there.
Can you bet on the horses racing outside, as well as the Kentucky Derby, obviously? Can you bet at the Kentucky Derby at the Northville Downs? Or does it have to be placed through an online site?
To my greatest knowledge, if you are of the age of 18, you can bet on the Northville Downs races and the Kentucky Derby races at Northville Downs.
Are we looking at any horses this year that you think might have a chance at winning the races? Do you know any of them, or are you waiting to get into it like closer to the date after the softball?
Right now, I'm kind of mostly prioritized on softball, our game on Thursday. I'm thinking about that right now. I did look at the odds earlier, and I mean, there was a clear front runner to me, but I'm gonna look into it more as the race nears.
Guys, horse racing is another look good, feel good type of.
Yeah, I
Type
mean,
of-
you got it's kind of like how me and Kyle do anything: look good, play good, feel good. So I got to see the horses first.
We're gonna have to bring out our best outfits Saturday night.
That
One
is
of the
true.
biggest nights of the year.
That's true.
actually.
Me and Kyle will be looking fly as usual. So I'm gonna throw together my best outfit of the year.
You guys have convinced me. I think I might have to come with you. This sounds like a great event.
Yeah, and you've been to Northville Downs a couple times before, and I mean, and the outfits that we put together, and they are pretty okay, but we have to top it this Saturday. We will top it.
Yeah, I'm getting my senior photos done Saturday, so I will be wearing a suit for my senior photos. My prom suit, actually, it's a three-piece, and I will be more than happy to wear that to the Downs. Now, speaking of the Downs, can you explain a typical night at the Downs as you know it from previous experiences?
I'm gonna let Kyle take over here a little bit.
Okay, so usually we like to get there about 30 minutes before the races begin.
Which is around 6:30.
And the first thing you got to do is go up and buy a book.